Hi y'all. How you doing? I know it's been a minute since I've been here, but I have been busy. Okay. I just got back from Salt Lake City. I told y'all what like a couple of videos ago or something that I was gonna go there. I was gonna get flued out, and I did, and it was great. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Um, the group was amazing. I mean, it was so good. It was about equity, diversity, and inclusion. But of course, I talked about, cybersecurity there. I went into all kinds of stuff, that's related, that we can use as examples and stuff. So it was amazing. I can't wait till the footage comes out so that we can all see how great it was, and I'm confident that it's going to be really useful to the company that did it. Okay. What else is happening? So I just came back from Utah. Tomorrow, I'm flying out to Chicago for another conference that I'm excited about. Never been to Chicago before either, so it's going to be nice. I'm not going to be there long. I'm flying back on Sunday, but at least I'll have most of tomorrow and Saturday to be there. So that's going to be fun. What else? There's something else that's going on before I get to what I'm going to be talking about. Oh, so for my community, I told you all that I was creating content for older adults to learn to use mobile devices. That's turning out to be very interesting. And I've actually learned how to use some parts of my phone, creating that curriculum. There's a lot of stuff on here like that I had no idea, could be done. I mean, I never use it. I call people and text people. That's about it, right? But that stuff is really interesting too. And then I may get started on something with machine learning. But I read a quote. Was it yesterday? Someday. But it was about how. Ooh, Steve Jobs said it. That's what I was reading. I was reading about Steve Jobs. And he said something about, let me see if I can find it because it was really good. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Because this is what I do. Here it is. Steve Jobs said, put it over here a second. He said, simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. Okay, that's what I do. I do everything I can to make things simple, and that is not easy. Okay, to break something down from the complex or complicated to the simple, child, it takes a very long time. Like it really, really does. Because we don't do that, we don't do that. So I read that quote from Steve Jobs yesterday. I didn't know that he said that, but I appreciated that, right? Because I know that somebody else, that I really do admire, talks about making things simple, and so that's what I'm doing, like with this AWS and with this, this machine learning and the course for the older adults, is to really, really, I mean, just break it down, to the least common denominator, because that's when, and when he said, when you can do that, you can move mountains, that is true. Because now, instead of you giving me the cake, you got the ingredients. Okay, you got all the ingredients that go in there. So now you can make whatever the hell you want to make. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to just take what people are giving to you. Okay. Which is where I'm going with what I'm going to talk about briefly. tonight. All right. So yesterday, LinkedIn has this thing going on. I don't forgot the damn name of it, but it's I don't know. They have something where you fill out an application and you become like a LinkedIn something. Okay. And they give you I believe it's $15,000. It's like a creator thing. Okay. You know what? Let me write this down so I can put this in the let me put the link in the video when I'm done. Let me write it down though so I don't forget. I was like, okay, that's interesting. You know, so I went ahead and I started filling out the application and all that. Because for a long time I've wanted to do an application, an app, a cybersecurity app. And you know, I just needed my ideas to come together. Okay, so tonight what I want to show you, right, is it's important if you're a cybersecurity professional, okay, and I say if, all right, you know, and you are responsible for helping organizations work within what they said is their risk appetite, what they said, okay? You know, if that's you, then we have a lot of work to do. We do, I'm telling you, a lot of work to do. Because what's been happening, what I see, and it's not just in cybersecurity, okay? So don't, you know, it's not just in cybersecurity, okay? I came out of the two professions, all right, but the same thing is going on, right? There's an issue with colonization of our mindsets, okay? And that's everybody. I ain't just talking about Black people, okay? Everybody out here with a colonized mind, all right? Meaning somebody has given you something, an idea, a description, okay, a goal or whatever, and we just take it and run with it. It's like that what's the hell that sport where you're running and the baton, you hand the baton, that's us. We ain't asking no question. We just, hey, this is what cybersecurity is. Okay, give it here. I'm off to the race. I'm running. I'm handing it to the next person. Okay, who's that? You're running. You're handing the baton here. This is cybersecurity here. Okay, next person. All right, this is what a blue team member does. Here you go. Take the baton. Run with it. Give it to the next person. You know, it's like, damn it, stop. Are we doing the right thing here? Okay, is anybody asking the question? You know, we need to ask some questions, all right? Which is why I'm talking about a new cyber tonight. So let me show you something real quick. I ain't gonna be on here all night. I got a plane to catch in the morning, okay? But I was like, let me get on here because it's been a minute, and I want to do this, okay? So I had this picture up when I first started and try to hurry up and take it down. So we're going to talk real quickly about the difference between protection and security, okay? Because that's like the nucleus of where this new cyber is coming from. All right, let me show you a picture. I'm gonna show you a picture of protection. Now, protection is what we claim to be doing in organization, you know, protecting from attacks and insider threat and, you know, natural disasters, you know, whatever can come along and exploit whatever vulnerabilities may be there. Okay, protection. I say that a lot. So let me show you a picture of protection. There you go. Okay. This lady is being protected from whatever. Okay. She's being protected. All right. Now to us, it looked like, okay, she's nothing can really get to her unless it's whatever, you know. But to her, from her side, what does that look like? That's like a prison. Don't like a prison? Okay. Y'all know what it's like to be protected. Mm-hmm. You know, we're protected for our own good, and for our own good. Okay. I'm gonna let me do this for you. Let me protect you from this thing. Okay. I experienced that a lot growing up. Okay, being protected from from knowing certain things or doing certain things or discovering certain things, for my own good. All right. And I know y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Is it for my own good though? From where I'm sitting now, all that protection was not for me. It was for whoever was doing the protecting so that they could feel like they were, doing their job, whatever that job was. And it was usually an authority. Okay. Some authority saying, well, I know more than you. Okay. I know what it's like to be, in the streets. Okay. I know what it's like to be with somebody who's like this. I know what it's like to da 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 da. I know what it's like to da da da. So let me protect you from that. Okay. And that's basically what we're telling organizations when we go in there. Hey, listen, we are the security experts. We know what a vulnerability is. We know what these criminal hackers like to do. We know. All right. So let us protect you from that. Okay. And then we get mad and upset and in our feelings when we tell them something and the CEO is like, no, I don't want to do that. I ain't spending no money on that, And then it's like, well, I wash my hands. I told you so. You can't wait for it to get breached. So you can say, I told you so, Can't wait. Sit on the sidelines. Listen. But so that's protection. We know what that is. Now, protection has its place. Okay, it has its place. I'm not, sometimes protection is needed, right? But not in this case. Okay, for what I'm about to tell you. Now, let me show you a picture of security. Protection is something that is done to you. Okay. Normally, again, for your own good. It's done to you. Now, let me show you security. That's security right there. Security is a decision you make. Okay. And what's needed in order for that to happen, you need information. You need information to make a security decision. Now, security is not something. So with protection, right? You can put a lock on a door. Like somebody's behind a door, you can put a lock on the door, or put bars up or something like that and go on about your business, right? Because you've put up things to protect, somebody from something. You could put, put a firewall in place or get your what is that thing called? Your endpoint security in there and all that, right? Turn that stuff on, okay? You could do that and go home and come back in the morning, okay? Because it's protected. You got the key, all that stuff. Security don't work like that, okay? Security is a decision that you are constantly making, constantly, right? When you go outside, and you're in your car, you're going somewhere, you're making security decisions. When you're walking your dog in the neighborhood, you're always scanning, making security decisions. When you're walking across the street with your kid, with your niece, your nephew, or whatever, you're making security decisions. Okay. Because security, unlike protection, requires constant. It's not something you can just put a lock on and leave and be like that. No. All the time. Okay. And the issue is in organizations, people, the employees and stuff, they don't have that information. They don't have, because they don't have the information they need to make good security decisions. Now we say all day and twice on Sunday that cybersecurity is everybody's responsibility. How? How is something my responsibility and I don't know what the hell is going on? Like, you know, I don't, and there's really nothing there to help me understand. Okay, and IT security don't even come with that. Okay, don't even come with the well. There's awareness to now. Forget all that. There is not. There is content that has to be done on a yearly basis, or my computer will be shut off. That's what there is. Okay, don't come with that IT security, whatever. No, 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 no. Okay, because the purpose is compliance. That's the reason for it. Okay, the reason for much of it. I have not yet seen one. Okay, that was really about giving this person something, information they can use to make security decisions. I haven't seen it. Okay, and I'd love to see it if you have it or can point me to it. Okay, because I'd love to see it. You know, so when it comes to what I'm trying to do for this, ain't trying, I am doing it, okay? This LinkedIn thing or not for LinkedIn, even if I'm not, if I don't end up doing that thing, is I want to create something where, let me put them side by side so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I want to create something where, how we have that map, that real-time map that shows where cyber stuff is going on. Let me show y'all. I've shown it on this channel a few times before, but let me show it to you again so you can see what I'm talking about. Ciao. Ooh, they got a million of them. They got so many. Here you go. Let me show this real quick. All right, let me share the screen. Take this off the screen so y'all can see. Where's my share screen? Here we go. Okay, here it is. This map right here. There it is. Ooh, Lord, it took forever for that thing to come up. Okay, so this is the live cyber attack map. This is one of like 1,000. Okay, there's a lot of these things. But this is this is like real-time information, And just like when we're driving in our cars. Okay, let me take it off because it's making me talk funny. But that's what I'm talking about, okay? And we get that same kind of real-time information in the car. When you're driving in the car, right in front of you, you've got a whole dashboard that's telling you right now how fast you're going, how much fuel you have, okay, and all that other stuff on the board or on the dashboard, And if something is wrong, some warning sign will pop up, right? You do stuff with that information, don't you? Don't you? You make decisions based on what the hell is in front of you, right? If you see a sign on the side of the road that says 50 miles an hour and you see you doing 60, okay, and you're in a place where they got a lot of cops or something, you're going to respond to that information right there in the moment. That's the kind of employees don't have that. Employees ain't looking at a damn sock wall while they're working. Okay, they're not looking at that. Okay, so what are they looking at? They're probably looking at that blue circle going around while they're waiting for email to come through. That's probably what the hell they're looking at. But the idea here is about doing our job to provide information so that people can protect themselves and secure themselves. But they need information to do that, and that's not something we share. We, right now, cyber professionals are like preachers. Okay. where we want, like, we need people to need us. Okay, we don't want to give y'all everything. Okay, because we want to always have a job. You know what I'm saying? When we need to be like doctors. Doctors are like, listen, let me do this, let me give you this information, let me, do this here for you, and I don't want to see you back here again. Okay, because now you have what you need to take care of your damn self. All right, like, get the hell out of here. That we need to be like that. Okay, because there is no way in the world that your little team of network administrators and pen testers and SOC analysts are going to be able to protect or secure an entire organization. You ain't going to do that. Okay, you need the people in there to do that. So why don't we share? I mean, give them enough information so that they can do that. Even if it's such that, I'm working on the thing right now where we're creating an incident reporting and accountability plan, right? Where my suggestion is that, hey, first of all, we need to let them know that 70% of the decisions, the cybersecurity decisions made in this organization come from y'all, not from the cyber professionals in here. Every time you sign on to that damn computer, from the time you sign on to the time you sign off, you have made multiple security decisions that are either increasing or decreasing the risk of the organization, okay, as a whole 70, 80%, okay? So I don't care how many firewalls you got going on, all right? All you need is one of them 70 or 80%, okay, to make a decision that is not the most secure decision to make in that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we're really interested in being cybersecurity professionals, we're going to have to share in a way that people want to hear it. If I see one more memo, okay, one more guide or anything going out to people who apply for jobs as, the equal employment opportunity specialist, or the HR specialist, or the acquisitions person. If we hand them one more document that's talking to them the way we talk to each other, I mean, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'm gonna explode. I mean, some of this stuff I'm reading, I'm like, who you think you're talking to? Imagine your mechanic. Okay, you going to your mechanic and him talking to you like he talking to another mechanic to try to tell you what the hell is going on. You're gonna be looking like, what the? I mean, and that's what we do. We talk to employees like they got a whole security plus. They had to do that to get their marketing degree. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. And this is where we get to the simple. If all I can say to you is the carburetor is this to the, if that's the only thing I can say, because I can't break it down, then I need to go back to school. Okay. If I'm having a hard time explaining what it means, the difference between an incident and an event, if I'm having a hard ass time making that simple, okay, I don't know what the hell it is. All right. I'm telling you, if all you can do is go to the dictionary, okay, or some cybersecurity book and pull out and give it a definition of an incident versus, come on. So I'm not going to give it all away, but it absolutely does have a lot to do with really, really promoting security. because I talked about I'm a big proponent of human rights in cybersecurity. Okay, because number one, security is a right. It's a right. Okay, it's a right. All right, it ain't something somebody got to give to you. All right, and when you think about it, when you think about when you feel secure, whether it's in your house, whether it's walking your dog in the neighborhood, in the grocery store, when you feel secure, what are you doing? What are you doing when you feel secure? Doing whatever the hell you want to do. Okay? You're free to do what you want to do. All right? Without looking over your shoulder. Okay? And being scared. And because when you're not secure, when you don't feel secure, what do you do? You go into yourself, right? You close doors, you looking behind, you got the windows, you peeking from the side of the window when you're not secure, when you don't feel that way, that's what you're doing. Okay. So security and the freedom to be, the reason why I say here, freedom to be secure, what that means is in any given situation, okay, once you have the information that you need to make security decisions, if you want to go on a website that says, that ain't got no certificate, that says blatantly not secure, if you want to do that, that's your decision. Do that, okay, on your computer. Because you have the information, like you know what it means, you know what the implications could be. If you want to go ahead and do something and go somewhere without using a VPN, or you want to decide to pay for a VPN, or you want to decide to spend your money on this thing but not on that security fee, in any situation, if you want to decide to provide this person your information, without vetting them first, you're a whole grown ass person, all right, with the information. You can make your decisions, okay, knowing what the consequences could be, what they could be. That's your right to do that, So human rights in cybersecurity is the same as it is in the physical world. The same as it is in the physical world, okay? These ain't Columbus days no more. Ain't nobody discovering America, all right? To just come bum rushing up in here, just taking stuff, all right? Just taking information, right? Taking people's right to decide, taking all that. No, we ain't doing that no more, okay? Not even in cyberspace, all right? So I firmly believe that part of our job as cyber professionals is to help people keep their security, okay? So that they remain free to be secure. It's not to lock them up, all right, and do what we think they should be doing, Because at the end of the day, we're right when we say it's everybody's responsibility, because it's like me and my boys the other day, part of our lesson was about the Black Death, right? The bubonic plague, but they didn't know what the hell it was back then. But that stuff spreads, you know. And child, the stuff they did back then, because they didn't have the knowledge, they didn't know what was going on. They did some of everything, child. I mean, everything. Okay. So we this lack of knowledge, so that I can know more, that this information hoarding that we do, we got to cut that out. You know what I'm saying? We got to, especially if we're trying to have organizational cultures that value security. I'm only going to value something that's useful. All right. Because right now, the way things are going, security don't seem to have a lot of use. They don't seem to have a lot of, I'm just telling you. You got whole books about it, articles. You just talk to people in the organization, ask them, how useful is cybersecurity in here? How is it helping you to do your job better? Okay, how is it helping you to get higher customer ratings and high? You know what I'm saying? Like, ask them questions, see what kind of response you get. We were talking about phishing exercises, right? Now, when I say y'all, I'm in the cybersecurity profession too, so I'm talking to myself as well. Okay, cyber professionals get on my damn nerves when it comes to these phishing exercises. It's like, girl, okay, what are you doing? Because it's all about, you know, catching people like a gotcha. You know, it's like, what's the purpose? You know, just to tell people not to click on links. What's the damn purpose? All right. I mean, come on now. So I said today, because we're getting ideas from various security people about what to put in these phishing emails. All right. So I'm like, okay, tell me, like, what is the lesson here? Okay. Because we know there's potential that people will go ahead and click the link or download the file. So what's the lesson? Because it can't be just, oh, all y'all click the link and stop clicking links and, you know, come on, do so, you got to do something more than that. Y'all listen. Once I become a CISO, child, okay, because that's on my list of things to do. Okay, so the thing is, right? We understand that criminal hackers depend, when it comes to phishing emails, they depend on humans to react with emotion. That's what they depend. The whole premise of a phishing email is, I don't want you to think. I want you to act based on how you feel. Okay, that's the whole premise. All right, because they know, just like psychologists and psychiatrists know, that when human beings become emotional, our critical thinking goes out the window. Out the window. Y'all know that. It goes out the window. Send me an email, okay, saying something about, hey, your mother's in the hospital right now. You know, she really needs something. You know, go over here and do this thing. Or you know, hey, the IRS is looking for you, and you got to go to this thing right here. You know, download this file real quick and fill it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your emotion. You get scared. You get nervous. You know, something. Hey, you just won $5,000, but you got to hurry up and do this thing. You're happy. You're, oh my God, I got to win. You know what I'm saying? And if they've already been doing reconnaissance and all that, they know what you're looking for. You know, they know what's familiar to you. You understand? Emotion. All right. So the thing we have to do when it comes to these phishing emails, and the lesson that we're trying to convey here, is, listen, you're going to have emotion. You're a human animal. Okay. When you see something that's of interest to you, that you feel is relevant, and there's like a sense of urgency, yes, your emotion is going to be triggered. Okay. But what we need you to do is, when you are triggered by emotion, that is indication for you to slow down and start looking through this thing. Look for misspellings. Look for, you know, all the stuff we tell them to look for in phishing emails. The trigger for that is emotion. The trigger, when you have emotion, that don't mean you just shut your brain off and start clicking. I mean, clicking shit like you just on, you know, amphetamines or something. Just clicking it, downloading file, all kind of stuff. Okay, that's not what that means. Your emotion is a trigger for you to look. Okay, and that's what we need to convey. Right, like that's what we need to convey, so that they know. Okay, I'm reading this email, I'm at work, and now I'm feeling some type of way. I'm reading this email because I'm you know, not, and they can tell the difference between like what they normally get, you know, in the course of a day, and some email that they suddenly get. So now it's like, okay, there's a sense of urgency. I got to hurry up and give my social security number, whatever, you know, that I'm emotional. I know from the IT security training, the good one, the good training, I know that when I get emotional, that's a trigger for me to stop and look. Okay, maybe let me hurry up and verify that this person actually sent this email. Okay, it's gonna take me another 10 seconds, okay, to do what I need to do before I react and you know, and I click on something or whatever. You know, do you know what I mean? You know, so it's that kind of thinking, you know, that we have to do. And all of this, don't do this and don't do that, and don't, people tired of hearing that. They're tired. Nobody wants to hear that. Think about just yourself, okay? And what do we tend to do when people tell us not to do something? Cybersecurity professionals are not superhuman, okay? We do the same shit everybody else does. But for some reason, when we feel like we have enough knowledge, we act as if we don't, all right? So we need to get out of that, okay? And that's why I said in the very beginning, if you are actually a cybersecurity professional, then I'm talking to you, okay? If you just here for money or clout or whatever, I ain't talking to you. All right, I'm talking to people who are actually interested in making the digital world, okay, a place where people can safely reside and safely make decisions, and you know, and we're not doing this thing by ourselves, okay? We're not doing it by ourselves. You know what I mean? We'll get a lot further with that. Now, with this thing right here, this application that I'm talking about creating, there's going to be a huge piece in there for cyber defenders, okay, for our SOC analysts and individuals who are actually supposed to do the work, you know, of ensuring that we are helping the organization to get to where they want to go, you know, as fast or as slow or whatever pace they set. You know, we're there to help them do that. All right. Because we have, and I, you know what, I really do see, and I've seen for a very long time, how much we're constrained. Like, we have a lot of constraints on us. We really do. We got a lot of constraints. You know, blue team members, SOC analysts. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, like we're in there to do a certain thing, but the hands tied behind the back. I mean, and the people, the individuals, and you know, not the other, you know, non-human, you know, things that can come against a network or a system or a person. The criminal individual, they ain't got them ties. Their hands ain't tied like that. You know, I mean, can you imagine? You in a whole boxing ring with your hands tied behind your back. You ain't gonna be able to do much. Not the way you typically do it. Not the way you would typically come at somebody, okay, in a boxing ring. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means we have to break out the old, you know, knock the dust off the brain, okay, and really start innovating, okay, and really begin to think in different ways, you know, which is why, just like how Elon Musk talked about when he was putting, you know, wanting to do the rocket, get the rocket to go to space. It was too expensive, he said, you know, so he wanted to know if there was another way to do it. And everybody kept telling him, no, there is no other way. This is the way the thing is made. You know, what the hell are you looking for? All right. It is what it is. This is the rocket, you know, what you want to do. So what he did was he used what's called first principle thinking. He broke it down. He took the whole rocket apart, the whole thing apart, just took it apart. And so how can we rebuild this thing so it don't cost that much, you know? And he did it. He rebuilt the damn thing and saved millions. That's what we got to do. We're going to have to, I'm talking to you blue team members, okay? You SOC, cyber analyst, all y'all folks over here, okay? I'm talking to y'all. We have to break some stuff down. I know what we've been told. I know they said this is the way to do it. I know they said this is the first certification you got to get. I know they said this is how you start. I know that. I know they said all that. okay? But in order for us to be not as effective, okay, but better than you know, all these other folks, we're gonna have to start breaking things down, okay? We're gonna have to do that, okay? Because we can't start where they're telling us to start, because that ain't working. It's not working, okay? It's costing too much. And I'm not talking about money. It's costing too much, right? We sitting in socks, twiddling our thumbs, not able to do what we know to do, which is not good if what we're there to do is security. Okay? You know, and we know security is more than being compliant. I mean, come on now. We know that. So all of us, like the whole crew, not just the SOC analysts, but people outside, you know, like people like me. I do the cyber policy. You know, we all need to get together and talk about, okay, on the administrative, the operational, and the technical levels, what do we need to break down to see how we can build it back up and be a lot more effective in an environment where, you know, compliance rules. All right. Okay, that's all I have for y'all today. Like I said, I gotta catch a plane tomorrow. It's 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna, I don't know, I may go live from Chicago. I'll see what I can do. I'll see. And if not, I will come back and tell y'all all about it. Okay, so y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.